In this video, we're going to talk about how to add a Zoom session to your AsULearn course. Remember, before starting this, to go to appstate.zoom.us and log in. This will get you a pro account so that you can create these meetings. That has to be step one. Inside the course, we're going to turn editing on. We're going to add an activity or resource. We're going to scroll down and go to Zoom meeting. And you can title this, this is what's going to show up on your course. And then down under schedule, you can schedule a date and a duration, and then put that link in for each meeting. But what most people do is make it a recurring meeting. If you're going to do this, typically you're going to want to set this to no fixed time. So by default, it'll do daily, and it'll give you some options on when the meeting is going to end, how long it is, how many repeats you want. Weekly and monthly also have similar, but if you go to no fixed time, you'll see basically it's just going to be a standing meeting that the students can enter in at any given time. So you can then just send them a message to say, we're going to meet on Monday at 4 o'clock, or we're going to meet Thursday at 2 or whatnot, and they can go into that meeting at any time. Webinars are different, and so if you need to do that, there's a request form to do that. And then if we scroll down, some other quick things, you can use breakout rooms, so you can populate and make those breakout rooms ahead of time and send students to them. I would recommend leaving the password as it is and not have to worry about that. You do need a password on there so that just random users can't go into your room and cause issues. Waiting room puts the students in kind of a holding area, and you have to add them too. Most of the time I do not use this. The only exception to that is if I do online office hours and a student may be discussing grades or something like that, so I don't want students to just randomly come in. I'll put it as a waiting room so that they can enter. I can get a notification that they're waiting and then let them into the room when I'm ready for them to do that. Join before host in case they want to come in. The only annoying thing with this is if you have this as a standing meeting, a student could enter at midnight and you'd get an email message that student X is waiting for you in the room, and they might have anticipating that you may be there for some reason. So that you can decide whether you want them to go into the room without you there or not. Authentication, I do recommend doing required authentication to join. That just means they have to log in with their AppState account before going in, and that helps with using it for attendance and things like that. Most of these other people or places down here, you can just leave the way they are. Mute participants on entry. If you've got a very large class, that's actually a pretty good one to use, so that people coming in, they have to raise their hand for you to unmute them or that type of thing. So it gives you a little more control. With small classes or small groups, I don't usually do this. Automatic recording would be up to you whether you want to have it automatically recorded. I have done classes and then got to the end and went, oh, I forgot to record this. So that can help with that type of thing. Additionally, you can select an alternative host, so you can put their AppState account in here if you got a TA or something like that, or even group leaders where they can do that. And then at the bottom, you're simply going to save and return to course, and you will see this show up as a meeting link here. If I, as the instructor, click on this, it will open the meeting, starting the meeting. A student, it will have them join the meeting. So that's pretty much the difference. They don't have to do anything else other than just give the credentials and log in.